Hi, friends and family, and fools and players. Hey, I'm just talking about the second stage of transformation in the initiation of coming home to ourselves. Yeah, the dismemberment, the second stage. And yeah, there's so many fun things that relate, and so many fun things that I want to weave into my own tales. and yeah, it's just so freaking amazing, really. And so there's so much that wants to be shared. So, what can I share about all this? What is possible right now, and with what is available? So, there's like a bunch of different archetypes coming up, and they do relate to certain initiations that began in June. And like we can be in the middle of one initiation and another initiation can begin. And it's just like kind of really cool to look at like different cycles, because there is cycles within cycles within cycles, and we have been kind of steered away from looking at life and looking at patterns in a cyclical way. We're only really taught to focus on like the linear point A to point B, and that's so sometimes that we don't see the larger patterns at play, and we won't recognize like certain choices or like certain energies or certain qualities or certain aspects of ourselves. Yeah, and have certain power in our lives, like to be empowered and to be independent. And so it's just like confronting certain things and facing certain things, and like just like facing our fears or becoming aware of our fears. Once we're aware of our fears, then like we know them, we understand those fears, and then we can redirect like our energy or our focus, and better care for ourselves and better honor our own energy. And so I thought that was, yeah, kind of interesting, because those things have been coming up as well, like looking at, yeah, the larger picture, maybe with a wider lens, you know. So I was looking at the wounds of the divine feminine or the shadow feminine, the unexplored power, and all of that. And I'm looking at the envy, jealousy, and suspicion, which do relate to like the four survival archetypes of the child, the horror, the saboteur, and the victim. So the envy, jealousy, and suspicion, the resentments and expectations of false perfectionism, fragmented idealism, moralism, domination, separation, manipulation, comparison, shame, guilt, lack, dishonoring life's full potential, and our authentic, full expressions, and how we get to change our minds, beliefs, stories, lives, ways of seeing, being, and cooperating. So singing our original frequencies, free sequence keys, activating gifts and new possibilities, refined sensibilities, and developed remembrance and nurtured responsibilities. Magic and play, receptivity, presence, and a willingness to be all I am as I am, all my love for me. I am enough, we are enough. I am willing to open, I am willing to trust. I am willing to trust others, I am willing to trust God. I am willing to trust myself. I am willing to trust life. I am willing to trust love and just show up as love, being love, loving me. So slow down and listen authentically. Triumphant, victorious, silly, funny, playful. The jester, the joker, the player, the fool, the trickster. Reminding us, thanks for reminding us that there's value in the floppy dance, in the floppy walk with the floppy pants, the airhead falling or rising. So, thanks for reminding us that we don't always have to have such a huge, puffed up head, lol, to realize and prove our power. Easy come, easy go. Affectionate erections or possessive control. Rigid ways of being and one way operating, or are we open to cooperating? So are our rigid ways of being what we believe we're not supposed to be in order to be worthy, authentic, and complete? And so, yeah, that's kind of good questions. So let's focus on our agreements, passions, loves, practices, and playtime, our dream time, our participation, loving all we are, allowing transformation, and consciously engaging, operating, being in the world. Linking the two and breaking through former limitations. Transmuting old patterns, clearing old distortions, and remembering who we are. Being who we are, knowing who we are, loving who we are. Enjoying life and being right here, the present,